I love this shit. Finally, some balls. This is what I like. I get bored of the what's the price gonna be? Don't miss out on this coin. Get this coin before it's too late. I get bored with that shit. What I'm about is fighting the legacy system, which is corrupt and pretty shady in other ways. Um, yeah, the Federal Reserve is threatening Bitcoin Magazine. Bitcoin Magazine did this to them. Oh my God, this is what I live for. Bitcoin Magazine has really surprised me here. I love their response to the Fed. Let's take a look. Whew. I'd like to take a second right here and ask you to subscribe to the channel. It really helps us out a lot and breaks that YouTube algorithm. And check out the cryptorealm.com. We have a book there called The Creature from Jekyll Island in our crypto literature section. Amazing stuff in this book. Yeah, let's get right into it. Bitcoin Magazine has the most epic response to the Federal Reserve. It's amazing. And they posted it like live right here in this article what the response was. I love it. Let's get into it. Cease and desist, FedNow. Federal Reserve threatens to sue Bitcoin Magazine. The U.S. Federal Reserve is threatening to sue Bitcoin Magazine, alleging apparel that parodies its FedNow system is not protected speech but copyright infringement. Go F yourselves. Man, Bitcoin Magazine does not like hold back here. They rip the Federal Reserve in this response. Check this out. All right. The U.S. Federal Reserve is taking legal action against Bitcoin Magazine in an attempt to silence criticism of its recently launched FedNow interbank clearing and settlement service. In a letter sent to the publication by the Federal Reserve Bank of Chicago, the Central Bank of the United States is claiming that Bitcoin Magazine merchandise that parodies its services are not protected speech, but rather an unauthorized infringement of its image and trademarks. Go screw yourselves. The dispute centers around the use of the FedNow service image and trademark in a line of merchandise sold by Bitcoin Magazine that seeks to criticize the surveillance capabilities of the FedNow system. That's right, and how it threatens American civil liberties. The Federal Reserve alleges that Bitcoin Magazine used the trademark without permission to mislead readers into believing a connection exists between the publication and the central bank. Are they serious? In response to the allegations, Bitcoin Magazine has penned an open letter to the Federal Reserve Financial Services Deputy General Counsel, Thaddeus Murphy. I love this response, everybody. Dear Thaddeus Murphy, on behalf of the entire team at Bitcoin Magazine, I wanted to take the time to thank you for your thoughtful inquiry after having browsed our online store. Doing your Christmas shopping early? Love to see it. Let us know if we can send a box of merchandise to any of the 12 Federal Reserve banks. You might enjoy our content from the latest print Bitcoin Magazine, which discusses the damages your policies have done to our economy and our country. Look at this. They don't stop there either. Please don't hesitate to reach out with a list of coveted items, and we will be sure to send them. We want to do our part to stimulate the economy. On to business. We would like to inform you that while we received your cease and desist request, we refuse to comply. We will not be intimidated by your efforts to silence criticism. Like, it just doesn't get any better. As you may know, our publication and our readership are deeply troubled by the new FedNow interbanking communication system. We believe not only that it is possibly unconstitutional, but that it threatens the very freedoms that all liberty-loving American citizens should hold dear. With that in mind, we believe it is well within our First Amendment rights to exercise speech on the issue, and to that end, we will be defending our right to sell merchandise that makes buyers aware, through fair use imagery, our position that the system is a threat to civil liberties. Damn right. I would like to make a few direct comments on quotes present in your letter, in order to best articulate what I am sure is to be considered a disappointing response. The Federal Reserve has extensively used and promoted the FedNow mark and has built up substantial goodwill in this invaluable asset. Financial institutions and consumers associate the FedNow mark with the Federal Reserve and its services. An interesting point, for starters, what goodwill has the Federal Reserve built up? Have you seen the state of the working class today? Perhaps you have already forgotten how Fed policy directly led to mismanaged bond portfolios in regional banks across the country, such as Silicon Valley, Signature, Silvergate, or First Republic. Perhaps you have already forgotten about the historic inflation rate seen throughout the U.S. since government-imposed lockdowns all but forced the Treasury's hand to stimulate the economy to the tune of trillions of dollars. Man, they don't hold back, do they? There is no goodwill, Mr. Murphy, and certainly not substantial goodwill either. The Federal Reserve recently learned that Bitcoin Magazine is selling t-shirts, hats, and other wearables bearing the FedNow name, as shown in the screenshot below. Bitcoin Magazine use of the FedNow mark in the manner is likely to cause confusion, mistakes, or deception. Consumers are likely to believe that the gear is associated with, affiliated with, or endorsed by the Federal Reserve when no such association or relationship exists. And Bitcoin Magazine responds, "This is false. Bitcoin Magazine is exercising its First Amendment rights to social commentary and parody. I'm sure you'll notice that all-seeing eye that symbolizes the state of total financial surveillance that your agency is seeking to impose on the American financial system. CBDCs, people, they can track everything you do. Are you going to fight against it, or are you just going to keep watching TV and playing video games? We do not believe that anyone that is familiar with our editorial guidelines and general stance on the world would ever associate Bitcoin Magazine with the Federal Reserve. We agree with your assertion that no such association or relationship exists. They just let them have it. We have no interest in causing confusion, mistakes, or deception. That sounds more like a job for those responsible for telling the market they wouldn't raise rates after a massive monetary expansion, and then went on to raise them faster than at any time in U.S. financial history. Oh yeah. We look forward to defending our First Amendment rights and the opportunity to make clear to all Americans the difference between the open, free, and decentralized financial system that is Bitcoin and the centralized FedNow system that threatens our nation's founding values. Best whatever wishes, Mark Goodwin, Editor-in-Chief, Bitcoin Magazine." Give this man some applause. Wow. What do you guys think? This is great stuff. We got freedom fighters all over the world, man. We got like Julian Assange. Do you guys care about that? He exposed the government's lies, the government spying on you, the government doing fucking, oops, I guess I swore there, the government doing like bad things around the world to other countries, other people, and getting caught doing it. But they put Julian Assange in jail for exposing their crimes, war crimes. Edward Snowden's on the frickin' run for exposing the government spies on you, which is illegal, right? But yet he's on the run for that, and the government's still in position spying on you. Who else? Who's that girl in Canada, Tamara Lich? Yeah, she's on trial right now. Check out thecryptorealm.com. She has a book. I'm sure she needs the money for her lawyers right now because she's in court for the Freedom Convoy that happened in Ottawa. She was in charge of that, or one of the people in charge of that, and now she's on trial in Canada. We have to protect our freedom fighters because once we get rid of those people, who's going to say anything, right? Is your dumbass going to get off the couch from watching TV and playing video games, going to start to save the world and speak about the atrocities that our governments are doing and our big tech censoring us, misleading us with wrong information? Because it's been done, and if you don't realize that, get your head out of your ass and do something better with your life. Take a good note from this guy here. Talk back to the government. Get in their face. They are not our controllers. We are in charge. But they've miseducated us for so long, we've forgotten that we have power, that we hold all the power. We believe the government is there to protect us and take care of us. No, no, no. If we were smart enough and taught better, instead of having things crumble all around us, we would be smart enough to protect ourselves. Knowledge is power, right? And unfortunately, the system that we live in doesn't teach us that much knowledge. All right, everybody, this is the Crypto Realm. Give this video a like, comment. It helps break that YouTube algorithm. It gets this video out there. Wow, I love this kind of stuff. This is what it's all about for me, not just freaking becoming rich off of crypto, but I like the fight. We need to get these people and put them in their place. They think they're powerful and they can dictate what's going to happen for the future, like Klaus Schwab of the WEF, Bill Gates, buying up all the farmland. No, we have to stop these people. These people are not for us. They have their own agenda. Let's stop this right now. All right. Thanks for watching. This is the Crypto Realm. Play hard, trade smart.